Recording from the Heathcott Studios, you're listening to the Ginger and the Beard podcast. Hit that subscribe button and tune in every week.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
Hey, sexy lady. Right next to me, that's my wife, Stevie, a.k.a. the Ginger.
Hello.
And I'm Jason, a.k.a. the Beard. Welcome to the very first episode of the Ginger and the Beard podcast. This is a podcast me and my wife kind of came up with drunkenly one night. Maybe not drunkenly
More
like
so
Buzz.
you.
More so me? Okay. Well, you told me last night I'm the idea person, so... But anyway, this is a podcast where we just kind of hang out, talk about funny stuff that we've seen throughout the day, which, disclaimer, is going to be 95% our kids, so if you don't like it, just turn it off right now and go listen to Joe Rogan or some shit like that, because that's what we're going to be talking about on this podcast. The first episode, we're going to tell you about a dream that I had, where I was fucking pissed at Stevie for like an entire day because of this damn dream. I even left the light on in the kitchen and got in trouble. I
was so mad.
And then we're going to tell you about this kids dancing app video, whatever. I don't know what the hell it was.
I don't know. It's pretty amazing.
But
it's hilarious.
If you go to Facebook, if you're friends with either of us, I think I posted it on Facebook or Instagram. If not, I will. But, and then we're going to be playing a little game called Would You Rather, where I'm going to ask Stevie a couple questions. She's going to ask me a couple. And it's just kind of one of those ultimatum kind of deals. And then we have the bracket, because we're so bored with this quarantine. We have the bracket of Disney versus Pixar. We're going to be going through the first round of those, where they have the Disney vs. Pixar bracket. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's been around for about a year now. Anyway, yeah, baby, you ready?
Ready.
Let's kick it off with that damn dream. So the other day I wake up and I am just absolutely livid at Stevie. I don't know if anybody listening has ever just woken up from a dream pissed, but that happened to me the other day. So I wake up, and first of all, I had this dream that Stevie went on a date with someone and came home from the date and acted like it was just no big deal. Like, oh, well, yeah, we just went on a date. And then furthermore, her friend Bobby, who's been staying with us and working and all that, she set the date up by going through all of her email contacts and emailing everybody. So my wife goes on a date with this person who Bobby set up, and then they acted like it was no big deal. So anyway, that's why I was pissed off. I think it's a legitimate reason to be pissed, but obviously not in real life.
No. I've never woken up and been maybe like mad when you wake up, but not stayed mad.
I hadn't had coffee yet.
But still, you were like slamming cabinets.
That's a little dramatic.
In the kitchen.
I was not slamming.
Well, you were not closing them.
I don't even open cabinets in the morning. What do I open cabinets for?
You open more than one.
Well, I don't even know what I would open. Anyway, so that was the dream. Furthermore, it ended up being someone that I went to high school with that she went on the date with.
And it wasn't even a good choice.
Colby, if you're listening, I'm sorry. It was Colby Harms, if you're listening. And I think the reason was because I legitimately just read a comment from you on Facebook right before I went to bed that night. So I guess you were fresh on my mind. But I think you're a phenomenal person. That's just me.
Stop.
So anyway, that was the dream. I think it was a legitimate reason to be mad.
No.
Stevie does not. Obviously, I wasn't really mad at her later on. I laughed at it. But I woke up pissed. So, anyway.
You just had to tell that.
I had to. It was a lot funnier the other day when it happened. It's been kind of dying down.
Well, because you didn't tell me about it until We went to bed the next night. So you were just thinking about it the whole next day, just waiting to tell me about how I went on
Honestly,
this
I
date.
had actually forgot about it until we laid down. I forgot about it, and I was like, I got to tell her the story, right? I mean, you have to. But anyway, that's over with. We got that out of the way. Let's talk about this freaking dancing app that Brylan and Brooklyn were watching the other day. It's like a dancing lizard alien guy, and he's doing these like twerk moves on a YouTube video, and he was doing it some like Spanish song.
Yeah. Well, it's like a dance thing.
I know, but
Which
what was
is
the
also
lizard?
a workout in itself.
Yeah, that's what that's quarantine workout. Mm-hmm. Dance Revolution. Get it.
It's hard.
It is. I couldn't do it. I sucked. I gave up and just went and grabbed a beer after like 2 minutes.
No, but the girls were taking turns going back and forth, and then we just look over and there's this naked frog just dancing on the TV.
Yeah, no, not dancing. Like, it was like twerking.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. But I don't know. They were having fun with it, so I guess we just... I didn't understand what
it
the
was
hell
hilarious.
It was pretty funny. But like I said, if you're friends with us on Facebook, which I'm pretty sure anybody actually listening to this podcast right now would be, I posted the video, or I will. I don't know if I have yet. Oh, we got a visitor. What's up, kid?
Our first guest. No. She says no.
She said no. She's going to be quiet. Brooklyn in the house. Okay. Anyway. Oh my gosh. We're doing the podcast. Give us a second, okay?
She's just going to watch.
She's laying on the bed watching us. So we're just going to leave. So if we want to go to the next Jason story, Stevie will tell this one about Brylan's birthday party when she got the tablet and was trying to set up the Wi-Fi on it.
No, you. She asked you to do the Wi-Fi because I don't do technology anything. And
yeah, I know,
you just
but
couldn't.
I had a couple vodkas.
You
okay?
had a lot.
Like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Okay, Brooklyn, we'll get you. Brooklyn's podcast is going to be recorded in the morning, okay?
After she eats. You don't want to talk to her before she eats.
No, gosh. Anybody that knows Brooklyn in the morning before she eats is the worst person you'll ever talk to. You should be asleep. You have homeschool tomorrow. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and try to get this kid to sleep. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We had to deal with a little 4-year-old who wouldn't go to her room.
We kicked her out.
We had to kick her out, lock the door. Should have probably just put her in the kennel with the dogs. Been a lot easier, but I don't know. We might get in trouble for saying that on here. Anyway, proceed with your story. We're talking about the tablet.
Oh, the setting the Wi-Fi. So we have 2 options on ours, whatever the long names are, to connect them. And Jason just could not determine what button to press to connect to the Wi-Fi. So he just says, you figure it out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am literally the last person you want to ask to try to set anything up. So I go inside to go get the little box and I look and it's already connected to the internet. It was already set up. He just
I don't remember this, and if I don't remember it, I don't think it happened. I think they're lying.
So I set up the whole tablet by myself. No help.
Yeah, this was before our niece ran into our neighbor's garage door with a bike. Oh my gosh, that's a whole nother story. So our 11-year-old niece, 11? I think she's 11. I don't know. Once they get past 10, you forget what
She's the
age they're.
oldest of all the cousins. Let's say that. They're all outside
So
riding bikes.
The biggest one with the most
oldest
mass.
one.
The biggest one with the most mass runs into our next door neighbor's door, who's the most anal son of a bitch in the entire neighborhood. Nice guy. But if you were going to run into anybody else's fucking door, you could run into anybody else on our street, but you ran into his, literally the worst guy. And so, I don't know, I'm sitting on the back porch. Apparently, I'm just toasted. And I get a 3 text messages and a person comes outside. You need to come talk to the neighbor. Someone just ran into their door. And so I'm like, okay. I was in no shape to talk to anybody.
No, you really weren't.
But
I don't even know what you told him.
I don't know what I told him either. I think I just told him we would pay for it. I didn't even know what happened yet, but that was the first thing that came out of my mouth. So anyway, the kids are not allowed to ride in driveways anymore.
No.
Like
sidewalks in the street.
It couldn't have been our 4-year-old who weighs like 27 pounds. It had to be the biggest kid of all of them. She's probably going super fast.
I don't know what she was doing. Full speed on my brand new bike.
Yikes. Anyway.
I think we're good. I ran into him at HEB the next morning when we were standing in line before HEB even opened. The
next morning, he's standing in line. Oh, God. Yeah, so that segue. Look at you doing segues in your first podcast. Man, let's talk about your HEB trips. This woman is a trooper. She went to HEB on a Friday night and a Saturday night. And a Saturday morning before Brylan's birthday party, trying to pick up scrap food for this party, whatever she could get her hands on. And she was a trooper because it was like right when all the mass hysteria and all the idiots taking all the toilet paper and shit was happening. So what was that like?
It was ridiculous. But we were good. The beer was fully stocked and the ice cream was fully stocked.
It's important in this house.
We got cupcakes.
Ice cream and beer, you could just, the Weber household will be good for months. Ice cream and beer. Was there pickles?
There was.
That's another huge one because I swear these 3 women in my house can just murder pickles. But let's talk about these idiots. Like, where did the toilet paper shit come from? Like, why are people freaking out and buying toilet paper?
I don't know.
I don't get it. Like, does coronavirus not make you shit, does it?
I don't know. If
you're a doctor, please let us know. Does coronavirus make you shit? Because I don't understand why people are buying like 10-year supplies of toilet paper.
But not even just have to go, but you would like not get off the toilet for like
these fuckers better shit 60 times a day because I'm over here using it like 1 square each time because I don't want to run out. I'm like separating the plies like Dwight on The Office because I'm worried about running out because all these asshole Karens down the street stealing all the toilet paper. What the hell? So, but yeah, what about the other day when you went and there was like people running over your feet and shit?
Yeah.
God, people are nuts.
They're crazy. More than once. I just try to block people from like the older people that were there.
Yeah,
people are just crazy.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
But I saw this guy went again. I have been to HEB more times in this last week than I think I have ever been ever. But I went at 7:30 and they didn't open till 8. So we go and I get in there and this guy and we must have had the same thing. He went straight to the beer aisle and his whole cart was full of beer.
Of beer? Mm-hmm. See, that's how you do it right.
So I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one. So
man, we can get behind.
Mm-hmm. And then I circled back for the ice cream so it wouldn't
melt.
I
mean, look, toilet paper is essential. But in a pinch, no pun intended, you could just get in the shower, couldn't you? I mean, you could.
You could.
Or you could just throw it, like, remember when you were a little kid and you'd be like dirty and your parents would just put you outside and spray you with the water hose? Did that not happen?
Just go hose you down?
Did that not happen? I mean, not when you shit, but like when you're just dirty.
The girls, maybe you are on your own, if that's what that came down to.
I'm not going to ask my wife to hose my ass down in the backyard. I feel like I could do that myself, I feel. Hey, babe, can you go hose me down real quick?
My turn.
Oh, my God. I'm picturing that. It's scary. Also, our neighbors could probably see the whole thing.
Oh, my God. Well,
they
might be in the same boat that we are.
These new oh, God, that's even scarier for us to look
That's
up there and see that.
So, about that garage door, we got an extra hose over here.
It's a long one, 50-foot industrial strength. Real good water pressure. Oh, man, we'd scare those neighbors next door that just moved in.
Don't worry, I have toilet paper.
Okay,
Plenty
yeah, so long story short, we have plenty of toilet paper. Stevie had to beat up some like 90-year-old lady to get it, but we have some.
It was fine.
She just kicked her in the face. She didn't have teeth anyway, so.
No.
Joking.
She was like 62.
Yeah, she could old enough to fend for herself. She didn't have